Okay, god damn it. Hold your horses and excitement. I did put a video up the other day playing a limited time only test for an upcoming update for Chivalry 2, and within that I got to experience a portion of what we can expect in the next iteration of the game. Now, with the documents that came out with that hidden test was talks about the real update itself and how it'll be way bigger than what we got to experience. Speaking of new maps, armors, and an entirely new hidden game mode, I thought, hey, cool. We're gonna get some capture the flag conquest kind of stuff, maybe advanced duels, that medieval kind of standard stuff, but no. Torn Banner apparently are insane, because this new update looks like not only the craziest stuff yet for Chivalry, but maybe the most fuck it attitude that I've ever seen from a gaming developer yet. You're gonna want to stick around for this one. I'm just going to jump straight in here. I can make you sit around for the whole video before revealing the big new game mode, but I need to talk about this. We're going to get a game mode that goes by the name of Brawl. A 40-player free-for-all. No weapons, just you and whatever you can find lying around. There's going to be 2 new maps especially made for this game mode, Mordhau Feast and the Great Hall. They're pretty much just modified versions of the maps we've already got in the game. In it though, players will stand on their own. No teams, no friends, fighting to the death. Trying to get the most amount of kills in the shortest amount of time possible in an all-out brawl. Well, as the name suggests. The maps were specifically modified for this new game mode, I'm assuming to replicate the fights breaking out after some knight is unjustly scorned by a fellow squire, preceding a long feast of drinking and wenches. Tensions then begin to rise until the inevitable happens and flagons are sent flying across the table. Chairs, cups, cutlery, plates, maybe even rolling heads, whatever you can find to beat your enemy to death. In an exclusive interview with PC Gamer where all this was revealed, Alex Hayter, the brand director for Chivalry 2, says, "One minute you'll be pummeling someone to death with a chair until it breaks into splinters. The next moment, someone kills you from behind with a sausage thrown across the tavern. You know, just your average Friday night." I can just imagine the developer meeting that they had to discuss this update. Hey, guys, we need a new game mode. You know, keep players into Chivalry 2 as we have noticed a few drop-offs over the last couple of weeks. So let's brainstorm some new ideas. Terry, you got anything? Yeah, maybe like a Sally Forth mode. You know, like a siege, but where players fight outside the castle over camps and other siege weaponry. That's quite cool, but I'm not quite feeling it. Jonathan, what are you saying? Perhaps people would like an incredibly intense and realistic dueling mode, placing bets on the winner and scaling up the scoreboard. That seems a little hardcore for me. Roger, what about you? You seem awfully quiet. Yeah, I'm just thinking. Have any of you guys seen the Knights of the Round Table song from the Holy Grail? Then everyone just looks at Roger in wonder and thinks, that's it, the winning formula. People don't want realistic knights dueling it out for honor and glory. They just want to get drunk, throw food at each other while smashing someone's head against a dining table. Absolute genius. I mean, hey, can you blame them? I'm hyped. It's actually kind of refreshing to see a developer just say fuck it and go with what's fun, rather than just what will make them the most money through microtransactions or being another unoriginal game mode like Battle Royale. You know, stuff we've all seen before. Brawl Mode looks like it's gonna be goddamn mad. But you thought that was it? Oh no, my dear friend, there's so much more coming in this update. You know that moment in a game when you're fighting a fellow soldier to the death and all of a sudden your arms just fall off? Relatable, right? Well, now instead of being all doom and gloom, quitting your job because you can no longer feel your appendages, you can pick yourself back up, get back into the fight and use this new headbutting mechanic to win. Did this idiot just say there's a new headbutting mechanic? Like, you know, the Monty Python sketch? Yep, you can go full Black Knight. Once losing both your arms, you can get back in there, headbutting your foes to death. Do I sound crazy yet? Honestly, never did I think that my job would include getting excited about drunk violence whilst in the background a virtual knight beats a peasant to death with a sausage. But hey, we've come too far in at this point. We might as well embrace it. Am I right? The new update will have a few more things. Halloween-centric visual assets like map decorations and, well, as you can see, pumpkins that can be chucked at your foes. And of course, as you'd expect with any Chivalry 2 update, new armors and looks to don in the battlefield. But man, who cares about that stuff when you can crush a man's head in with a fish meant to be eaten by the king? As mentioned at the beginning of the video, I did actually get the chance to play some parts of this update early. Stuff like the last team standing game mode and trying out the new rapier weapon. There will be a card on the screen right now if you want to go and watch the full in-depth review and gameplay of these additions. However, I shall give you a quick rundown now for the extra bits. Last team standing is rather self-explanatory. 2 teams thrust into the battle with only 1 life per person. Once you fall, you're out. You must wait until the next round before joining back into the fray. This really encourages teamwork and working together to take down the enemy enemy, as once one side starts to get the kills in, the numbers sway way off balance, so make sure you're sticking as a unit rather than the typical run and gun solo style of Chivalry's more casual game modes like TDM or Siege. The Rapier also includes a more fast-paced approach to combat and leans way towards that skirmish style of play, running in, stabbing, strafing to avoid the enemy's advances before pulling out to regroup and find your next target. All in all, this is going to be a really big update, and surprisingly so soon after the Galencourt new map. Torn Banner have stated many times that they're not a massive studio, yet content coming out for the game seems to be so fast, and players are still flocking to this title. One interesting thing to note whilst on the topic of player base is that Chivalry 2 came out in June of this year, with a 12-month Epic Games deal. Now, there's many people that I know are opposed to Epic Games in general. I'm not one of them. It's just another platform to me, but at the end of the day, I am very much against exclusivity and gatekeeping in games. So I think it is going to be an interesting experiment to see if Chivalry 2 as a multiplayer-only title will be able to last the test of time before its Steam release, and whether or not that Steam release will bolster the players' numbers massively, or it might just be stuck in another situation like Total War Troy, where they release on Epic Games, then after 12 months release on Steam, and by that point, no one really cared anymore. But despite this skepticism, Torn Banner are heading in the right direction. Content is king with multiplayer-only games like this, and my, is it coming thick and fast. And they're not just small updates either, but massive game-changing stuff that keeps focusing on fun and insanity rather than catering just towards a more hardcore audience, a little bit like Mordhau did. But I don't know about you, but I for one cannot wait for this Brawl Mode, to meet you, my subscribers on the battlefield, and get my own back for all those mean comments. If I see you out there, best you be ready to get slapped up by a tankard if I can help it. But please, make sure you stick around the channel if you want to see all the newest updates in the space and some insider exclusive info and new updates about anything in the historical gaming genre. But leave a like in the video if you enjoyed it, leave a dislike if you didn't. But until then, I will see you in the next one.
Certainly, sir. I think so, my lord.
Behold
Certainly, sir.
power incarnate!
Okay, then.
Yes!
I've got
Being
this.
strong.
I shall manifest. You shall
Now
not
this
live to
weapon
see this.
is very dangerous. If I have to, my lord. Can we go home soon?
Stack the bodies so they must
Yeah.
blast us with their own dead.
My folly, as usual.
The order is victorious.